Hey, good morning, Jami.
Good morning. I was taking notes. I almost forgot what we were doing here. I have a lot of notes for today.
I know. Welcome to Women Changing Our World. I'm Kelly.
I'm Jami.
And welcome to this brisk Monday morning. We're so glad you're here with us.
It is so cold outside.
I know. And I'm so excited for our guest. I bet you are glad that she's finally here because I haven't stopped talking about.
You have not. It's been
her
weeks and weeks and weeks.
I know. I'm just so excited. You know, my sister runs a senior dog rescue.
Yeah, of big dogs, right?
Big dogs. She doesn't do little dogs.
She
has big dogs. I think right now in her house, I think she has 10.
Wow, that's a lot of dogs.
Big dogs.
We have 2 little ones, and let me tell you, they are a PITA.
Wow, I have my new little dog.
I know, asking to go out, demanding to go to bed. I want a treat. I don't like these treats. They don't like anything. I brought them new food. They don't like that either.
They don't like it. I know. Okay, so this morning I was so cold. First of all, I'm glad people can only see the top half because I'm wearing these crazy North Face fuzzy pants that are meant for below 0 degree weather.
Cold.
I always stop by Panera every Monday morning on my way here. I get my Arnold Palmer. That's a hard word for me to say. I don't know why.
Arnold Palmer.
So I get that. And then today, because I was so cold, guess what I got?
What did you get?
Broccoli, cheddar, mac, and cheese. With your favorite, a side of baguette.
Always go side
I didn't bring you one because I know you're on this weird carb thing.
No, yes.
But I did bring Judah one and I brought Jerry one.
Is mac and cheese okay to eat?
Jerry says it's delicious. It is delicious.
Is it okay to eat in the morning?
Why not?
I'm surprised they have that for breakfast. It's the carb breakfast bowl. You go and you're like, I want all the carbs, mac and cheese and double baguette.
Listen, it combines 2 of my favorite things. Mac and cheese. Panera's mac and cheese is crazy good. And then their broccoli cheddar soup. It couldn't be a better combination. It's like the Kelly and Jami of mac and cheese. How'd you like that?
I love mac and cheese, and I do love soup. I've been making a lot of soups.
Your diet is the weirdest. I'm sorry.
Butternut squash soup.
No, you're literally eating nothing. No meat, no cheese, no dairy, no carbs, no eggs.
I know.
But you look fantastic.
Thanks. I'm just eating lots of veggies. I don't know. I just don't want to be sick.
Do you know what? My uncle, you weren't juicing. I might have said this on a show before. My uncle, I think it was in the 80s, early 90s when juicing was all the rage.
Yeah.
My uncle's an uber health fanatic.
Yeah.
He juiced so many carrots, he turned himself orange.
No way.
Yes, he did. Legit.
Does that really happen?
Yes, it is. It does. Yes, it does. It does.
He turned orange.
Yes, he did.
Look tan or just orange?
No, orange.
That's so interesting.
Yeah, so Uncle Red, if you're watching, I remember.
Yeah, Uncle Orange.
Orange.
Well, if you guys didn't know, so I was sick and I had to reintroduce food back into my diet, and I was worried that I was allergic to gluten and all these things. So now I'm just trying to be healthy, and I drink celery juice every morning.
Jami.
It is so much celery juice. My Instacart shopper always texts me and she's like, I'm sorry, it says 20 here. Did you mean 2? And I'm like, no, all 20. Get all 20. And she's like, who eats? And I'm like, sorry, I make a lot of soup. I don't want to be like, I drink celery juice because that sounds weird.
You are weird. It is weird.
So, but I don't want to be weird with my Instacart shopper because I want them
You already have a bad rating.
I know. So
they do not like you already.
I can't push it anymore. So I'm just like, I'm making a lot of soup. Yeah, I know, but I'm getting a lot of celery.
Well, that's good. Okay, so Jami today, her and her family run the I'm a Survivor donkey and farm animal sanctuary. So I have been obsessed with these people for oddly obsessed. Okay, to be fair, Jami, I'm not stalking you and your family, but if I lived closer, I might be there.
Yeah, Jami, beware.
They run this crazy animal sanctuary in Texas. They rescue or have a safe haven for all different types of animals. And they have an amazing Facebook page that I follow constantly all the time because they're always posting these new videos. So you get to see all the animals, and they're hysterical.
I love Trudy the pig. And Jami is hilarious, and her husband Lester is hilarious as well. And we actually linked to a video that they did for Halloween, which is hysterical. So freaking funny.
Yeah.
So I'm sure all of you follow them. I mean, they're amazing.
They have every animal. So we have some really good questions to ask. One that we really want to get an answer to, and then we'll bring Jami on to ask her in a few minutes. How much do we have to donate to name 2 of the animals? Because we want a Jami and a Kelly.
Yes.
On the farm. And we're thinking if we can pick the kind of animal.
Yeah.
We want fainting goats. We want a fainting goat Jami and a fainting goat Kelly.
I think that would be hilarious. Just Kelly and Jami fainting all day on the farm. It's like they're drinking all the time. They just faint.
Yes, that's it's perfect.
It's the perfect pick, obviously.
I mean, watch, she'll be like, you can name one of the worms in our pond.
Yeah. I was like, maybe we can find a little turtle. And Kelly's like, no, not big enough.
We need like a pig and a duck best friend. I don't know. Yeah. We need something.
There's so many options.
I mean,
I wonder how we do that. We're going to have to ask her.
Oh, my dad just commented. Yes, Uncle Red did turn orange.
Did he?
I'm telling you.
I hope. What if am I green? That would be something that happens to me, Uncle Red. After I have all these health issues, then I turn green because I'm eating so much celery. And then I'm like, if I turn green in 2020, that's it. I'm giving up. I'm done with everything.
You're gonna be done.
I'm just done with everything.
I know.
2020, I just can't take it anymore.
I'm over it. Okay, one thing in the news, and then let's bring Jami on.
Yes, I love news.
Did you vote?
Of course I voted.
Good.
Yes. Yeah. Everyone should vote.
That's what I'm saying. You just got to vote. And also something to keep in mind, even if your friend did not vote for the person you think they should have, that does not mean you have to be mean and cruel.
That is
right.
True.
That you can be friends still.
Yes.
Like, you don't want friends that are all like you because that's like super boring.
That's ridiculous. I saw the cutest. I was watching the Today Show this morning, and I saw the cutest thing. It was these two families. They lived I saw it. It was the cutest. And one of them is voting for Trump. One of them is voting for Biden. And it was this whole thing about how they get together every week and bring their kids around and say that people's views are different, but that's okay. Because once the election is over, which it will be, you still have neighbors and friends and people that you love.
And I love that the people that had the Trump in their yard and then the people had a Biden sign in theirs. Yeah. And then next to that, they also said, we love these people with like an arrow pointing to their neighbors.
Cute. I loved that.
They could teach us all a good lesson, right?
Yes.
All a good lesson.
Be kind. And even every single local news outlet that is posting something about the election, I always read the comments, and everyone is being so hateful. It's like,
I agree.
Guys, we live in the United States.
Right.
You're allowed to have your own opinion.
It
doesn't mean you have to agree with anyone, but you're allowed to voice it, and don't keep shaming everyone.
Right.
Chill out.
At the end of the day, just vote. For whoever you think is going to be best,
just vote.
Vote it.
Yes.
And then, that's why the United States of America is so great.
Yes.
Your vote counts.
Right.
Vote, and then we'll see what happens.
Right.
Probably not for like another year, but we'll figure it out at some point.
And if you're a woman, look at all these rights that we've had to get for all those years that we fought for. Get out there and vote.
I agree.
Crazy.
Okay.
I did a mail-in ballot.
Ooh. I voted early.
You did? I did a mail-in. You went to the polls?
Yeah, because it's right down the street from my house at the police station.
So were there a lot of people there?
No, I was literally the only person in there.
Really? I did a mail-in, and I read, did you hear about those naked ballots? So when you get a mail-in, so everyone is naked.
That seems
you
interesting.
take your ballot, and you must vote naked. That is what a naked ballot is. I did that. Full nude. I said, don't worry, Ryan, I'm voting. So a naked ballot is when there's like an inner envelope. So when you vote,
and you put it in.
Put the inner envelope in, and if you don't have an inner envelope, it is a naked ballot, and it is not counted.
Okay. But now it's too late to mail them in. So you got to like drop them off now if you wanted to mail.
So if you're like ambitious and want to get out there, do it. I was the lazy one. I just hit the button. I was like, lazy vote, mail it to me with a postage stamp.
I know. And Facebook keeps trying to shame me. Hey, Facebook, I already voted. Stop trying to give me these ads.
Stop it.
I know. Okay.
So
enough about that.
Ready?
Listen. I have been ready. Right? I mean, I've been ready.
God, Jami, I'm scared for you. This could be a little cray cray.
No, it's not.
All right, I'm gonna get on the Skype here.
Okay, do it. And I have so many questions. I want to know how her and her husband met. I want to know how they get these animals. Right?
If you can move in.
I want to know what's in her pond. That's been like the latest.
That's what I want.
I know. Let's see.
Hi. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm so excited.
Hi, Jami. I am so excited.
So you're going to be able to see me, but hear Kelly. So Kelly is going to be the one talking the most. She is very obsessed with you. Cannot wait. First of all, you look gorgeous at 10:30 in the morning.
Well, and it's 9:30 in the morning for her.
Farm life starts at 5 a.m., so I'm like well into my day.
It's like your afternoon. That's right. Oh, so that's a good leading question.
Yes. Okay, so first, because I'm sure a lot of people watching already know about you and your amazing family and all your amazing animals. But for those who don't, tell us a little bit about who you are, what you do, and why you were so amazing.
Okay. So I'm Jami Walker. I am a business healthcare executive by day and a farmer in every other minute of the day that I can squeeze in. That sounds so funny to say. But my partner and I actually started a animal sanctuary 2 years ago, and it is known as I'm a Survivor Sanctuary, and it was founded because of the historic Hurricane Harvey flood that happened, and all of the animals that sort of had nowhere to go and no one to be cared for because people had to leave. Right. We took them in and basically started a animal sanctuary, and that consumes my life.
I mean,
and
were you living on this farm before?
Right.
Like, did you have this house with all this land and you were like, all right, Lester, we have a lot of land? Or did you move to the farm?
So Lester has lived here. His family has lived here for 150 years.
Wow.
So it is very long. Yes, a couple generations here. It was land, I think, that was given to them. Some great-grandfather, great-great fought in the Civil War, and they couldn't pay their soldiers, so they got land instead.
So cool.
So Lester's always had a few animals here and there and things like that, but he was a hobby farmer. Like, he doesn't like farm his animals to eat or anything like that, so he just had pets. And then I kind of came into his life, and I am a sucker for the underdog, or the stray dog down the road, or the donkey that looks sad. And I've never had animals besides dogs and cats. So I had this like yearning to you have all this place, so yeah. let's bring this in. And it really started with one donkey, and it kind of imploded into 80 animals.
Okay, so how many animals do you have? Because I watch all of your videos, and it seems like you have hundreds.
We have 83 right now.
Including all the ducks?
Yes.
83. That is, so, okay, so walk us through your day, because I'm fascinated. Like, you get up at what, 4, 5?
5 o'clock. 5 o'clock I'm up. 5 o'clock, and normally we have to go. There are certain animals that stay in specific pens overnight so that there's nothing harm. So that's the first thing, to go let them out. And then coffee, because nothing else can be accomplished without coffee. In fact, I'm on round 2 of coffee today because my life. This is how I stay afloat. And then it's feeding and getting things cleaned out, like water troughs always have to be cleaned out, some stalls have to be cleaned out, kind of doing a health check and a count to make sure everybody's still here, and, because we do have predators and things that sneak in. And then I come in and then I get ready for my real job. So I actually work from home. Wow. And although people are like, oh, she works from home. No, I really do, work all the time, and I'm continually on Zoom and any other platform. So in between each of those calls, I tend to go out and try to sneak in a chore or do something like that. Generally, I find myself with an egg in my pocket because I found it somewhere, and I'll be reaching in to warm up my hands or something, or stand up just to do something on a Skype call, and I'll have an egg in my hand. Or a goat runs through the house. We have ferrets now, so the ferrets will climb all over my computer. It's a full-blown, am I allowed to say shit show?
Yeah, you can say anything on our show. No, we drink at 10 o'clock sometimes on our show. You can say anything.
I'm getting ready to open a bottle of wine.
Nice. So, at the end of the day, at 5:30, 6-ish, whenever Lester finally gets home, then we do the final feed up for the night, and that's usually when we'll do medications or just the general routine care. And then we try to pick, this sounds silly, one species a day where we're really working on. So it might be the donkey, yesterday was donkeys, we had to warm the donkeys. It might be horses, might be the cows that day, ducks, chickens, alpaca, pig, goat, we just we rotate through basically. And then at about 11 o'clock when I sit still for the first time, I'm done. That's about it.
That is a long day.
Really long.
And do you have volunteers that come help you guys on the farm?
We don't. We have our kids. So I have a 17-year-old, and he has an 8-year-old and a 20-year-old, and they sort of rotate in and out of here, so they help us. But for the most part, it's us. Wow. And then I forgot to mention, we also run our Facebook page and Instagram and YouTube and do all the videos and uploading. And we have to we have the world's worst Wi-Fi, so we have to leave and go upload all that too. So somewhere in there, we generally eat in the car while we're uploading videos. So it's chaos all the time. It's nonstop. And we don't do volunteers. We had an issue with a volunteer situation once where a lady claimed that her toe got stepped on by a donkey and wanted to sue us like 2 months after she was here.
Oh,
so,
give me a break, lady.
Yeah. Seriously.
We kind of stopped. We put a pause on that and just said, you know what, we don't. The help is nice, but at the same time, this is our home and our family, and we can't put that at risk. So
okay, so
it's us.
how do you go on vacation?
Oh my God. Okay, so it's one time a year.
See, Jamie, I told you it was a good question to ask.
Dying, like he can't function, sleep, and I installed cameras and stuff, and like I have faith in who we asked to help and things. Like his family's around here, so I always know I have plan B, C, D. But we have our farrier who is amazing, and she used to work on these gigantic ranches and things. So her and her partner come out and will stay. They live here, okay. But we still have help from his sister, his dad, like. I mean, it takes a village, to be honest, because we know it, but they don't, you know, and think every day.
How do you even know what to feed everyone? That's what I was thinking, because I can barely get my dinner going, and I don't know. I'm like, do the chickens eat the same thing as the horses, or the horses and the pigs? And if you're too lazy, or do you just like, guys, you got to eat pizza tonight? I don't even know. It's too much for me, because I need a break.
Yes.
Like, how do you know what everyone eats?
So we're pretty fortunate in like we call them the littles, so the short-legged animals up front. They all generally eat the same thing, or will at least eat the same thing. We have a few animals that are on special diets, like Petunia, our blind and deaf pig, who's diabetic. She has a special diet, so I actually cook her food for her. And then, some of our other animals have specific things, but for the most part, the littles eat one thing. The feathered animals eat one thing. The cows eat one thing, and they generally eat the same thing as the horses and stuff, and we rotate through that. So we have barrels that are labeled for everybody, and we have buckets that we've labeled because we also are very conscious that we won't live forever, so we're trying to teach our kids everything. Right. And, just if something would happen to us, like God forbid, while we're uploading one of those videos and something happens, these all still need care and a plan. So I have what I call the Bible, and it is instructions for our lives, including how to upload videos and all of the things, because we don't know.
Listen, Jamie and I, if God forbid something to happen to you, we will gladly move into your home and take care of all of your...
We're coming to the farm!
Yeah, well, we could do our show from there.
Whenever you filled up the water trough for the third time and Pig Trudy comes and poops in it. Right after you're done.
Pig Trudy is one of my favorites.
She's one of my favorites, too. I do love her. I feel like she's kind of like a badass chick, so I really do like Trudy.
Yes, I do.
Oh, she is. She is, and she knows it, too. She's a little diva. She does not stand down.
Okay, so do you have a favorite animal? Like, is there one that's your absolute favorite?
I have like a favorite of each type, but I'm very drawn to Annie. So I don't know if you know this, but Annie was the first gift Lester ever gave me, actually. So he rescued Annie. We had just started the sanctuary. We really had like a couple goats, a pig, and a couple donkeys, and we thought that we were doing really good then. And then I had always wanted an alpaca growing up. Yes. Like, I just thought they were just intriguing animals. There's so much about them that's just amazing. So for my birthday, he rescued Annie 3 years ago.
Oh. So, that's such a sweet story. Jamie, you don't get me anything. She got an alpaca. I got like a celery juice from you, Jamie.
Celery juice.
You give me nothing.
That'll turn you green.
On year one, so each year, so the next year was a horse, Bucky's, and this year I got a turkey.
A turkey.
I got Cornholio.
Oh, no, and he is good.
He's hilarious, too. So now I'm just like, every year he jokes about, like, I don't know what I'm going to do. So,
Okay, but, Jamie and I have an idea for you.
Oh, boy.
Are we allowed to donate to your sanctuary, and will you let us name 2 animals? We want 2 fainting goats, and calling one Kelly and call one Jamie.
Yes, that would be amazing. I have a little bit of a one-up on that, though. So I kind of want a screaming goat and a fainting goat, so when this one faints, this one...
Yes!
And then they just... work all day.
That's the best idea.
Okay. You email us how much it's going to cost in donation to your amazing sanctuary so we can name it. Jamie, do you want to be the screaming one or the fainting one? I feel like you're the screaming one.
I feel like I'm the screaming one, too.
I'm definitely the fainting one.
I love this idea.
Yeah. Send us an email on what it's going to cost us because we need it. And then you can give us an update on how Kelly and Jamie are doing.
I'm down with that. Let's do it.
Let's do it. And yeah, we can just like update every week on our show, like how the goats are doing.
I'll do time with a live cam, and you can just check in, and you can create stories about them, and we can just with
They'll be our mascots, Jami. I cannot love that more.
I love it. So we saw your Halloween video.
Which was the best.
Which was hilarious.
And we were worried you weren't going to make it on the show because you drowned.
Technically, I'm still in the pond. I want you to know that. So Lester decided to keep the story going, and I like jokingly said, I'm like, are you killing me off the show? Is that what's going on? He's like, it's just temporary, babe. It's going to be fine. We'll come up with a story to end it all. So right now, I'm still in the pond. Seriously.
Okay, is there really anything? Okay, don't spoil it. So, I'm sure you can't answer. But is there something really in the pond? Because I watched all the videos with like all the algae issues. It turned a funky color. I feel like there really is something in there.
Okay, so you have to know that Lester is the world's greatest storyteller. Like, the world's greatest. And he loves nothing more than to suck people in and hanger and make people use their imagination. So I'll say that.
Okay.
Use your imagination.
That was my favorite video.
He sucked me. I was sucked in. I like fell for it. I was like, oh my gosh, what's in that pond?
The beginning was very scary. I was like, oh my God, what is it? Because I'm from the city, right? So I grew up in the city. So I'm like a city girl at heart. Even though I would really my dream is to live on like a tiny farm, not as big as yours, but a tiny farm with like some chickens. But the thought of a giant pond or even like a giant forest, I'm like, what's inside of it? I don't know what's in there. So I was watching the video. I was like, oh God, it's all coming through. And then the boat flipped, and I was like, oh God, Jami. I'm so nervous.
Okay, and some of my favorite videos to watch, first of all, I love all of them, but I love it when you open like all of these Amazon packages from all of your followers that like send you all these crazy gifts. Like, do you get packages from like fellow viewers every day?
Every day.
And what are they send? They send you like clothes for the animals. They send you all kinds of crazy stuff.
I'm telling you what, so not only do they send us stuff and animal stuff, but they're starting to send the rest of the family who have had cameos and videos things. My mom got a package here the other day. My mom doesn't even live here. So, like, it is amazing, though. Like, I don't know if you know this, we don't put a donation link on our Facebook. We don't ask for money. Right. We don't, Lester and I both work full-time jobs, and we take a lot of pride in that we never want to take on more than we can chew. And so we purposely do not ask for money, do not do those things. But people receive a blessing out of giving, so they want to give. And it comes in all forms. Sometimes it comes in feeds. Sometimes Lester got a pair of booty shorts one time, no joke.
I bet he wore them, knowing him.
I love that.
I mean, like, you name it, and people will find humor in things, like, I don't know if you saw the one when we were digging the pond where he got stuck in the bottom of the pond and his boot stuck or whatever. Okay, somebody sent him an emergency whistle. Like, things like that.
So funny.
I love it.
Amazing and so thoughtful, and we are just overwhelmed with that because we're just two people. We're just two people who are sharing our life, in videos.
Right.
And it's chaos, and we're not perfect, and we're not, we're just two people. So it's crazy.
I think you guys need your own show, like on Animal Planet.
That would be the best.
Right? Or like Bravo, reality TV.
Like a reality TV show.
Like animal style. And then you and Lester could voice over what the animals are saying.
We have had some offers for some reality TV shows, and we feel like we are so fly by the seat of our pants and unscripted that having someone maybe define a script for us would change who we are. So we've passed on them because we just feel like this is us. This is what you get. And some days it's amazing, some days it's hilarious, and some days it's ridiculous.
Listen, I think the ridiculous ones are the best.
I know they're my favorite.
I know. And is it your sister or his sister that lives on the farm?
Hold on a second. My chicken's walking by. I missed that. What did you say?
No. Hello. Good morning, chickens.
Look at
is it your sister or his sister that is always doing cameos on the videos? And she does not seem to care for Lester that much.
Yeah. Sister Kim.
Yes. Sister Kim seems very annoyed by Lester.
She's the oldest, so I'm sure that just bleeds over into into the reality of it. Like, she's the oldest, she's always annoyed by younger siblings, I'm sure, but She's amazing. She is just one hell of a woman, and I look up to her and all that she's able to handle in her life. But she will roll her eyes at Lester like the best of them.
Which is the funniest. I love those. She Lester's always like, "Good morning, Kim," and she's like, "Get this out of my truck." Which is the best.
So are you guys still accepting animals? Are you still adding? How do you do that?
Right.
Is it like a couple a year? Because I'm sure it could get pretty...
It can be overwhelming, so people email us and message us every day with several. A lot of pigs. People don't realize that when they buy a tiny little pig that it's probably 3 days old and that in 6 months it's going to be 300 pounds. So they don't really realize what they're getting into. They don't educate themselves. But a lot of people contact us about animals that are sort of at the end of their life and where they really need to make that decision about what's best for them, right. But they are loving them to death. And that's really hard for us. We're very selective. We're big on chemistry here. We want all of our animals to be able to function together. Having one that's separated that isn't really conducive for who we are and for how our pastures are set up. And then we also have our animals work our land. So because there is so much land here, we have to have goats that eat down the brush. We have to have big animals that eat down the grass because that helps us keep the maintenance for ourselves down as well. So we're very conscious about what we are capable to do. And sometimes it's 3 or 4 a year, but sometimes it's more than that. It depends on what it is. Like the ducks and geese and chickens, obviously, those are much easier to house, maintain, all the things than it is to take on. There's no way we could take on 12 horses or 12 donkeys, that type of thing.
Or another longhorn.
It's definitely not a bull. Definitely not another bull.
Yeah. I don't even know how you do it. I'd be like Googling, like, how do I take care of this pig? I wouldn't know anything.
Sometimes. I'm the biggest Googler. I will fully admit that I do not know anything about what but I learn from everybody around here. I learn from our followers. They message us, they send us books, they send us information. They are quick to call us out when we're completely off the charts doing something wrong. But I am a researcher through and through.
I love it.
So
have any of the animals created unusual friendships?
Ooh, good one.
Oh yes. We have craziness. So Annie, my alpaca, and Peggy Pig. So Peggy Pig was the daughter of Patty. Patty was a hurricane survivor, and Patty ended up being pregnant and gave birth to a bunch of tiny little piglets, and we kept one, and that is Peggy. So Peggy's kind of a loner, and she formed a bond with Annie. And there's actually a video where Annie is like going over her back, like her body just stands just enough to be over top of her back, and we called it a piggyback ride because we couldn't explain it in any other fashion.
That's the cutest.
I don't know.
Oh, that's the best.
And then we have
go ahead.
We have another Ernie, and Ernie is he has found that the chickens are his people. I don't know why, but he is wherever the chickens are, you can find Ernie. That's another just a weird thing.
Well, I love that they get along because in all the videos, it seems like all the animals are pretty much all together.
Yeah.
Like, they're having fun, they're chasing each other, they're playing, they're doing, like, they're in the pond together. And it just seems so harmonious.
Yeah.
It is, and that's where we have come in with that chemistry thing. If we bring one in, we will try to understand it first and see what its demeanor is like. And we know that there's always, like, an introductory period and just a... it's a grace period where you're trying it out and stuff like that. But for the most part, we've been very blessed with picking, animals that are accepting animals, I should say, that sort of fit our lives. So.
Well, I think you do amazing things, and I am so thankful that you decided that you would come on our show, Women Changing the World, because you are really changing the world, not only for other people who you're accepting their pets or animals, but you're changing the lives of like all of these 80-plus animals and giving them such a loving home, and we think that's awesome.
Awesome. I tell Lester all the time that it's crazy that we decided to start an animal sanctuary, and through our videos, we've actually created a sanctuary through our Facebook community. Right. And there's so many people that find themselves in valleys every once in a while and rock bottom that end up on our page looking for refuge, seeking an escape from their reality. And that really formed this community of people that is just unbelievable. And we call them our Facebook family because they are. And, they share their lives and share their stories. And we never imagined that we would be here today, I guess.
Well, I do because I think you're hysterical. And I would like you to relay a message to Lester for me.
Okay.
You are not on enough of the videos. I feel like he's really hogging the spotlight from you.
So sometimes I'm actually inside working, and he comes in. He's like, "I just recorded 4 videos," and I'm like, "I'm not in any of them." Like, I'm like, "What the heck?" And then when he tried to kill me, or he is killing me off this week for a week or so, then I'm like, really like, "What's going on here?" He's like, "I don't mean it. I just let's go make a video." Well, that's not how it happens. It's not like let's go make a video. It's like while we're out and about doing things, and
Tell Lester we like him, but enough of his face. We need more of your face.
I will let him know. I will pass that memo along.
I mean, we like him.
I think he's hilarious.
But we just like you a little more.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And so is there anything specifically that you guys are needing right now that if our viewers are watching and they want to help out, is there anything you guys are really needing or looking for the winter months, holidays, whatever?
No, honestly, like I said, we take a lot of pride in the fact that we want to make sure we can always take care of our animals and not rely on others.
Sure.
And we consider these animals a blessing to us, so we pay that blessing forward through videos and let other people see the joy and relief that they can bring. I mean, the greatest blessing that anyone can give us is just watching our videos, liking or loving or maybe making a comment from time to time. And we're on Facebook and YouTube, and we're on Instagram too, but that's not nearly as fun in my world. I guess I'm old and
I don't get
Facebook
you.
is-
Listen, Jami, our Instagram account stinks. People don't like it. No one likes it. We've begged people to like our Instagram.
We did.
We literally have
We've
begged.
tried to bribe them. We're
We've
like,
tried
please
to
like our
bribe them.
Instagram. We'll enter you to win. And everyone's like, we don't care.
I don't get Instagram. So I'm with you, Jami. I don't get it.
So I learned it's like this Snapchat world that like all these young kids and
Right.
this officially makes me old by saying this, but like I want to know. I don't want to just look and flip and need 3 seconds of whatever. Like, and I certainly can't handle it being deleted because I forgot what you said.
Me too.
So I don't live this life of like hearing. I need history so that I can compile my logical response, and I barely get. Trust me.
Yeah, I don't get it either. And I also don't get Jami runs our Twitter. My Jami. I don't get the Twitter either. Like,
I agree. I tried Twitter once, and like that was for about 37 seconds, and I was like, "This is not for me. I can't. I don't know what's happening. All these notifications are
me
popping
too,
up,
and I can't get them to turn off. So like, it's like 3:00 in the morning. My phone's like, ding, Twitter, ding, Twitter. It's the worst.
I love it. Well, Jami, so do you let any animals in your house?
Oh yeah, good one.
Like, are you ever like, come on in, Trudy?
So when Trudy was a baby, Trudy came in. Yeah,
I knew it.
and all baby goats start out in our house. Yeah. And then when they get big, they still think that they should come in the house. So, like, seriously, this morning as I'm setting this all up, which I will send you all a picture of this shit show right here because I have 2 bar stools up inside down, a case from the drone with the computers on top, and then another camera recording on a tripod. Lenny plowed through all this, and I'm catching the camera and everything else. I'm doing this because Lenny got out of the pasture because he knows one spot that he can get in and out of between a gate and a post. So, because he thinks he needs to come in the house.
I mean, see, that's the issue for me. I love animals. Like, I have 3 big dogs. I have kids. Like, I want more animals. My husband's like, absolutely not. But the issue is, I would let everybody in. It would be like an open door policy. My house would be destroyed.
Yep. When we've had baby donkeys in the house, of course, during Imelda, which was the tropical storm last year, all the animals came in. All the littles were in the house. I have Ringo's on the couch and Annie alpacas in my kitchen. Like, whatever. It's fine. It's fine.
I love that. That would be me. You're just sitting drinking a cup of coffee and you hear a knock. And you're like, who is it? And it's just the alpaca.
Right.
Hello.
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh, I think it's hysterical.
Completely normal. I'm sure of it. Everybody does it.
Everybody does it.
Okay, Jami, I think we should send Jami. I love goats in pajamas. Can we send you some goat pajamas?
Sure.
Oh, goat pajamas.
Jimmy's like, great.
And we'll design them, one with the name Kelly and one with the name Jami
Kelly and
for
Jami
for
pajamas.
the new goats that you might find for us.
You definitely
I
need
love
that.
it.
Yeah. I think that's exactly what you need.
Video.
She's like, I'm never coming on the show ever again.
Well, we love you so much.
Yes, we love you the most.
You are such an inspiration, not only with everything that you do for your animals, but everything that you do for us as viewers, us watching you.
Yes.
I know when I flip through, like, and I laugh all night, like, I'm like, this is like, it's just such a feel good, like what you're doing, like your pages, they're so feel good and happy. So thank you for doing that for all of us.
And we will keep watching.
We will certainly keep watching.
Please do. And if you ever find yourself in Texas, please come by.
Ooh.
See your goat.
Girl, you are going to be sorry you said that. My sister lives in Texas. I will be down that way.
It's going to be fun.
It'll be fun.
Kelly might be moving in soon. Might have to delete
in a
that
camper.
email.
In a camper.
Yeah, she shows up in a camper like that, like the Christmas movie.
Yeah. Here to hang out.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you're the best,
Well,
and
you're the
please keep in touch with us, and we would love to have you on again.
Sounds good, ladies.
Jamie,
Thanks for your
thank you
time.
so much. Keep changing the world. We love you.
Bye.
Ciao. Oh, she's the sweetest.
Was she not the best?
First of all,
I love
she is
her.
so down to earth. I could hang out with her all day.
Me too.
Like, I could hang out with them on the farm all day. Can you imagine how fun it would be to hang out with them on the farm?
Yes, and like we could have kept talking for like another hour, but I know Judah would start yelling at us at some point, saying like, "Time's up."
I know. Lester's running around, like the alpaca comes up. So you'll see in the video, like the chicken just walks by.
I know.
She's like, "Oh, excuse me."
It's
and
the funniest.
And with his like chicken feet. Like,
I know, and people listen. If you haven't gone to see their Facebook page, you should do it. You should like it. You should share it. It's amazing. It's uplifting, and especially in this time when you just like want to relax and laugh at something that's upbeat and funny.
Yes.
They do these funny stories with the animals. Something always is happening. Someone is always in trouble. It's hysterical.
It really is the best.
I know, I'm not kidding. We're sending them goat pajamas with our names on them. I'm following up, Jamie, to get the goats.
I like it. I like it.
You're definitely the screamer. I'm definitely the fainter.
Yeah, that would be great.
And then she said she could do a camera. They could be our mascots, and we could like have a running video on our page of our goats.
And they're always
screaming and fainting
they're
all
always
day
in their pajamas.
Yeah, always in the pajamas.
We could get one glasses.
Yes,
that would be the best.
Okay, we'll look on Amazon after.
Yeah.
I'm finding goat pajamas.
Well, let's give a shout out while we're here to our sponsors.
Yes.
Yeah. So we talked about What Up Panera.
Yeah. That mac and
Pikasso
cheese is good.
Swig. Oh,
Yeah, what's happening?
I brought something to show you from Pikasso.
What did you bring me?
Look at how cool
Do I
this
get to keep
is.
it? What is it?
So, for the holidays, have you seen? So you know this.
I made these last year for all of my friends for Christmas.
I know. This is the most cozy blanket. So.
It's the most loved blanket in my house that I made.
So at Pikasso Swig, we do these. You make this yourself. It's a blanket kit. You can choose any colors you want, and they're machine washable.
Yes.
They stretch. They're the best blankets ever. So we have all
They
the
are.
kits on our website at Pikasso Swig. We also have a wine sale. We're doing a wine. So we're selling bottles of wine. They're on sale for $9.
Delish.
$9. Get your wine on. And special thanks to Denise Ramey, our favorite realtor.
She's killing it in real estate right now. Denise is rocking it.
Job. And Colonial Auto Center, we love you so much. I was
Yes,
chatting
thank
with
you, thank
Liza. So I have two pictures. Judah, can you put one of the pictures up? So I'm going to tell you. So do you have the Nissan Rogue picture?
The Rogue is showing.
Ooh.
So this is a really cool. So the Nissan Rogue, this is, I'm sure you've seen it around town. This is one of their most popular cars.
Very cool.
It's considered, I guess, a crossover vehicle. Comes in all-wheel drive. And there's these really great leases out. So if you check out cmacars.com, or if you go to our local Nissan dealership here, Colonial does amazing things. As a local business.
She's lovely.
Liza's amazing. And what she told me is they're looking to hire more women. So
If you are a woman looking for a job, go to
get into
Colonial.
automotive is amazing. So they're hiring sales associates. They're hiring for like business development center.
I love it.
And so I was in automotive for many, many years. It's a really, really wonderful career. And Colonial couldn't be more amazing to work for.
Good.
So check out the Nissan Rogue. And then there's another one. Judah, can you show the Nissan Leaf?
Ooh. Aren't you looking for a new car, Jamie?
I will be.
Oh, it's up. It's up.
It's up. So the Nissan Leaf, this is the electric vehicle. You plug this bad boy in and hit the road.
I love it. Well, you know, when the VW bus comes out, Liza said she would try to get me one. And then it's also electric. My husband's like, you'll never run out of gas. But the problem is, Kelly, I know you will always forget to plug it in.
I love the Nissan Leaf.
That is true.
very true. Nissan Leaf, you can lease this for $199 a month, and it's $199
That's a steal.
down on the Nissan Leaf, the electric vehicle.
Okay.
So I just
I
wanted
love
to give
it.
a shout out to Colonial. So check them out.
Yeah, let's do pet of the week.
Ooh, pet of the week. We have a lot going on.
I know, but we always like the pet of the week
I do
from the
like
Albemarle
pet
Humane
of the
Society.
week. Tell me about it. Judah, can you put him up? What's
His name is Hugo.
Hugo?
He is the cutest. I think
his name?
he would be.
Hugo, get me a beer.
I think he would be the best brother for Liza over here, Judah's sweet puppy. He is fun-loving, outgoing young man with a spunky personality. He loves people and other dogs, Judah, and is living life in a foster home. He does have a heart condition that will require a little bit of care, but no big deal. He has Dumbo-sized ears.
I love that.
He's the cutest. Anyone interested, please go to caspca.org.
Yes.
We're already getting comments on Hugo. Hugo is adorable, Jen. I know. So that's that.
Go. This blanket is very warm. I forgot how warm this was.
And listen, here, I'm going to get this. This is fun. This is my product pick of the week.
Right. Ooh, this is a good one.
And I have some good info. Oh, hold on, let me get it.
I kind of want
To
eat
share.
it now.
So this is the catering outfit. They do ship.
Who I love, catering outfit.
So you can order it from anywhere in the United States. They do 2 different boxes. So I found them because my husband and I went to Germany last year and did this like 10-day beer tour. Basically, we drank and walked all over Bavaria for 10 days.
And that sounds amazing.
It was amazing.
And ate pretzels?
We ate everything. We were with a fun group of people.
Pretzels are my favorite.
So anyway, October was coming up.
Yes.
And my husband now is like all things German food, German beer, like really fell in love with all that. So I found that the catering outfit did this German box for Oktoberfest. Ooh. So this one, there's 2. This is the alcohol beverage box that can come with it.
This is so
right?
cool.
Silver Breeze, shake and pour over ice. It comes with toppings. It comes with the seltzers. There's 2 different drinks in here to make. It's very cool. This is a German mule.
That is amazing.
Right? So I thought that was awesome.
Yes.
And we're going to be drinking these tomorrow on our cooking and cocktail show where we will be cooking everything.
So
in this box. So you pick up this box or they ship it to you.
Okay.
Hold on, there's too many things happening over here. So
and
this is the German box. It's beautiful. Judah, I don't know, can you see that?
Can you see this?
A little bit higher.
Oh.
A little bit higher.
Oh. I'm
Can you
trying,
see it?
Judah.
There we go.
Wow.
Okay, so you can see on the top of the lid, it gives you a description of what everything is. It's packaged so beautifully. It says it feeds 2. It feeds really like 4. And look how cute they're like packaged and labeled. It gives you instructions. All you have to do, there's instructions on all of them, but it basically like, look at these delicious pretzels.
Delish.
You just remove the lid.
And eat them?
300 degrees for 8 minutes.
I have to
and it
bake
comes
them.
with like the mustard and like
awesome.
everything that's very authentic Germany.
I love this.
So then because I loved this box so much, Jamie, I reached out to them and Panera is partnering with Catering Outfit. We are doing a joint box.
Pretzel mac and cheese.
We're rolling it out in December, game day box for the UVA Virginia Tech football game.
Fun.
And then we're donating the proceeds to UVA Children's Hospital.
I
2 different restaurants coming together to support each other and to support the community.
I love it.
And if it goes well, which I think it will, we're going to continue these game day boxes for all UVA games.
So
and like
cute.
you could spend so much money.
So guys, you can check out the catering outfit, cateringoutfit.com.
Do it.
They're right here on Carlton Road, so super
so
easy
close.
to get. I love this, and they're doing all kinds of different stuff.
Yeah, so they're going to be doing all different boxes, so check them out, and I'll update you on what our Panera box supporting UVA Children's is going to look like.
Curl up in my blanket and eat those pretzels.
Well, we're cooking all this tomorrow.
I love it.
And then we're going to have to bring Adam on to taste the brats, because I don't eat meat, you don't eat meat, so that's going to be an issue. But Adam loved it.
Check them out, cateringoutfits.com. That's awesome.
Yeah, okay. That's all I got. What, do you have anything funny? Okay, first of all, Halloween. Let's talk about that.
Oh, yeah. So how did it go? So what did you wind up doing with the kids?
Okay, Halloween is the worst holiday for my family. Okay.
Okay.
We have one kid who is allergic to all anaphylaxis, to like all different kinds of foods.
Yeah.
So Halloween's always been the worst because then she feels left out.
Yeah.
And she can't have half the candy. Right?
Well, she
so
can
like,
have the chocolate nut one, but she can have Skittles and all that, right?
yeah, but still, like, it's still a thing.
Okay.
Right? It was at least when she was little. Now she's kind of like, Then with COVID, I was like, no trick-or-treating this year. Mm-hmm. So we tried to do this drive-through at Charlottesville High School. We get there. I'm not kidding, 600 cars. Oh. And we didn't move. We moved like one car length in like 45 minutes. Oh. So I bribed her. And said her birthday's coming up. And I said, I have some birthday presents at home for you. If we can leave this line and not have you cry, I will give you one of the gifts that I was going to give you for your birthday for Halloween.
Smart.
Always broad.
Did it go good?
So that part went well.
Smart.
So then at like 6 o'clock, she was fine. She was like, okay. 6 o'clock comes around. She comes down. Full costume, full makeup that she did herself. I'm like heartbroken.
She's ready to go?
She's ready to go. I was like, Rory, we said we couldn't trick or treat. She's like, I know, I just still wanted to dress up and I just worked really hard. And I was like, Mom, heartbroken. So I was like, get in the car.
Did Lena dress up? Or was she like, I don't
No,
care?
she didn't care. I was like, get in the car, Rory. So we drive down to the neighborhood below us. I was like, I will drive you. You cannot walk. And if there are tables set outside people's houses, you can get out of the car, run and grab that piece of candy from the table where no one is, and then come back. Luckily, the neighborhood, Mosby Mountain, is fantastic, great community. They're right below us. They had like, throughout the neighborhood, maybe 20 or 30 tables with no one there.
Smart.
So that saved the day.
I love it.
I know, but it was
Jerry,
tearful.
You did in your neighborhood, I saw you did like little golf carts. Wow.
Yeah, that's cool.
That was good. I saw all the little kiddos in their golf carton, and there was a guy with bagpipes. Oh, it was the Batmobile.
Way to go, Jamie. Make Jerry feel bad about his golf cart.
I was like, oh, maybe Jerry went golfing in that outfit. It's so odd.
Of course Jerry has a golf cart.
I think
he lives in Glenmore.
Everyone in that neighborhood have one. You
yes.
Like everyone, and you like drive around, and like that's like the thing.
Right.
We'd be like the poor neighbors that like couldn't have anything. We'd have like the tiniest house on the block, and we're like, can we use your cart? Jerry, can I use your cart? We'd be walking behind. We're like, oh, you take your family in the cart, and we'll just walk beside you. Well, maybe we'll have a cart. Well, Halloween. So I have some funny tweets.
Okay, I can't wait to hear it.
Rod LaCroix says, the Halloween decorations in my yard are all tombstones with the plans I had for 2020 written on them.
That's funny.
That's so true.
That is good.
This year has been, to quote Jami, the Jami with an I, a shit show.
It has been a shit show. I appreciate you saying that.
Yeah. Michaela Okla says, are you guys dressing up for Halloween and then just like vibing in your kitchen as Dracula, or like what's the situation? That's kind of like what I did. We had one trick-or-treater. We had like a table outside, and like I had these like little cat ears, and I was just sitting in the kitchen. I was like, it's kind of weird. It's like Ryan's like, cool. I was like,
at least you weren't in your huge blow-up unicorn outfit.
I know, I couldn't. That was a good costume. I felt good about
that. Was good.
I felt good.
You look
about
so
that
thin in
costume.
that. You look so thin.
Let me find some good ones.
Okay. Give it to me.
There's some pictures on these tweets that are funny.
Okay, well, we can't obviously see those. Rude.
So Anne Thoreau says, sure, trick-or-treating is off the table, but that doesn't mean Halloween is canceled. My child and I will be celebrating the old-fashioned way by burning an artisanal pentacle into our floor and summoning spirits in the netherworld, just like what Halloween is about.
That was
good
funny.
For you, girlfriend.
Good
Anne
for you.
Thoreau, I love it. Catherine, the angry raccoon, says, decorates for Halloween using pages from the 2020 calendar. That's what she did.
That's okay. Good.
At JV Jr. says, his friend said, what are you going to be for Halloween? And he said, alone, bro. That's true.
True.
Miss Havisham, my husband fills the Halloween candy bowl early, expecting I'll have no willpower, and I'll eat it all within 4 days. But joke's on him. I haven't touched it. I keep 2 bags of candy in my nightstand.
I mean, to be fair, listen, there's a parent tax on Halloween. Meaning, when the kids come home, if you are the parent, you get to pick some of the candy. Jerry, didn't you do that? Yes. It's called a parent tax.
Yeah. Because the kids can't eat. That is a tremendous amount of candy that kids get at Halloween.
I know.
I mean, that's a lot of candy.
That's
Jared,
true.
Did you let your son like pick one, pick two, or did you like?
You just say go for it.
You were like,
I let him go for it, but he was pretty much Satan's spawn.
Right. Right. Note, next year, limit. 3 pieces.
See, you have to limit. And I think it's so funny that kids are so affected by sugar. Like when you give kids sugar, it's like, bah! Like you give it, when you give everyone just drinks sugar wine and we're just like, no, I'm cool. I gotta go to bed.
Right.
Kids are just like, gotta stay up. It's Halloween night. It's like, oh God.
Go to bed.
Do you love Halloween this year?
I know. Hey, let's talk about who we have on next week.
Oh.
Because it is very exciting.
Who are we having on?
Especially for football season.
Who are we having on? Jen Welter.
Yes.
You guys know Jen Welter. Jen Welter was the first female NFL coach.
Shut your mouth. What a badass.
And if you guys are not following her on Instagram, she is freaking hilarious.
She is good.
She gives the blow by blow of the game. So last night she was like, these are the people who played, and she's such a badass chick, and she's gonna tell you, she's like, this guy sucks. This offense is falling apart. Like, I love her so much. She's so animated. Jen Welter, she's so awesome.
She is good. And then who do we have after
really
that? Run down our amazing November.
I'm gonna tell you. The next week is Tristan Prettybin.
Okay, that is like your
Love
Jami.
My favorite. I have loved Tristan Prettybin. She's a songwriter from California. I loved her so much. I've loved her for like years and years and years. She's great. She toured with Jason Mraz. She's an amazing singer.
Yeah, she is good.
I don't think she's gonna sing on the show. I don't want to.
Could we ask her?
She could probably play a little guitar. She's a beautiful, beautiful guitar player, singer, person. She's an awesome person. And then the next week is one of my favorite, Melissa Maris. So she is.
Yes, you're going to love her.
If you do not follow Raw Food Romance on YouTube and you are a health person, Raw Food Romance is amazing.
Yeah.
She has helped thousands of people heal like certain ailments from food.
Right.
And she actually cleared, she had acne and she was almost 200 or was she over 200 pounds and has slimmed down and become like the healthiest version of herself.
I love
She's
that.
Incredible. She's amazing. And she's one of those people on YouTube, like if you reach out to her,
Right.
if you're like, what's up, Lissa? Like, what do you? So her name is really Lissa. Everyone calls her Lissa. And if you reach out to her, you're like, Lissa, this sucks. I want to eat this. Like, she's like, girl, get it together.
Maybe she can cure you of whatever craziness you have.
Jamie, put down the pretzels, get it together, and get yourself some spinach. All right? Because you're going to feel like crap tomorrow. And I'm like, you're so right.
That's true.
So Lissa's Raw Food Romance, she's amazing. We have so many good guests coming up.
I know it. And we're working on some great people for
It's crazy.
December.
Yeah, so many good things.
I know. It's good.
Are you glad Halloween is over?
Yes.
We can put this to rest.
Yeah, but now I gotta okay, so Thanksgiving's like a bust, of course. Like, that's done.
I know.
I mean, we're gonna do Thanksgiving, but who really cares at this point?
I know.
And then we have Christmas. My kids literally have every electronic ever.
Right.
Like,
'Cause you have to keep
they don't need any more clothes because we don't leave the house. So what do I buy my kids for Christmas? It's not because we usually buy them like experiences, right? Like,
Get them some crafts from Pikasso Swig. Make your own ornaments this year, folks. I know you're home, and I know you're watching. Because
no, we
let's
do that
face it.
during between things starting
Yes.
right after the day after Thanksgiving up till Christmas Eve.
Get your
My 2 girls and I, we make an ornament. We set up a different tree in the kitchen.
Yep.
We make a different ornament together, like every day or every other day, and we hang it on the tree. We
See?
make it.
Pikasso Swig is going to be your dream come true. Get your ornaments on. Get those nutcrackers. Do you think anyone really uses a nutcracker, by the way? I've always wondered.
I don't know.
Cracking a nut, which I don't know why you would crack your own nuts, because they come in a bag without shells. But hypothetically speaking,
It's like the grated cheese
it's
argument.
the grated cheese. If you are buying nuts with shells, guys, it's okay. They come in
When
a
you're
bag
at a baseball game.
without a shell.
No, when you're at a baseball game, I think part of that is when you're eating the peanuts is to crack it. Right?
Okay, is that going to go away now with COVID? Do you think people are going to be sitting spitting on the floor?
Well, no. I mean, I have to sit in the peanut-free section if I ever bring my kids.
Is there a peanut-free section?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Do you know how many kids are allergic to nuts?
See? Well, you got to get on Lissa's Raw Food Romance. She's going to cure your nut allergy.
No, don't say that. Because that is not true. And people falsely believe in that.
No, if you have an allergy, you have an allergy, folks.
Yeah, it cannot be cured. Do not feed your newborn baby peanut butter thinking that it's going to cure that. I promise you, there's misinformation.
But
do not do that. Contact your doctor.
Take their nutcrackers, like their little
Yes.
wooden men, and they're
Because they're for walnuts.
So do you think people have like a wooden man in their pocket? They're like, gotta crack my walnut.
No. I mean, I think during I don't know.
Tell me in the comments if you crack your own nuts. And if you do crack your own nuts.
Well, that could go, Jamie. We are definitely not a PG show, but we definitely are not.
I want to know
that
what
kind
you
of
do
show,
with your
Jamie.
Nuts. Do you crack your nuts or do you not crack your nuts?
I don't eat nuts, so it doesn't matter to me.
All right.
Either way.
Anyway, that's a good show.
That was a good show. I love Jamie. I can't wait about the goats. I'm serious. I'm following up with you, Jamie, about getting us those goats.
Oh, God, Jamie.
Because I really want it.
Jamie, you might want to hide.
I know it. Well, it was a good show.
Guys,
thank you.
Thank you to everyone for tuning in. Thanks to all of our amazing sponsors for making it.
Tomorrow, we're going to be cooking this box and drinking those cocktails.
Yeah.
Jamie,
I'll be
we
eating that
have
kraut.
said that we are going to be doing these cooking and cocktail and crafting and cocktail show. That is not my fault that they have not been done. I would like to clear the air.
It is my fault.
It is your
because
fault.
I keep forgetting what day it is. So
I'm like,
Kelly called me last night. She goes, "Oh, what are you doing? Like tomorrow morning? Can you go get this?" I was like, "What am I doing tomorrow morning?" She goes, "You have to be at the show." And I was like, "Oh my God, it's Monday." I was like, "Where am I? What planet is this?"
Yes.
I don't know what day it is. I don't know what
like
time
last
it is.
Wednesday, I'm like, hey, see you in like 15 minutes. You were like, I'm at Costco. I was like, we legit have like a show that we're supposed to like be on in like 15 minutes. You're like, well, I guess not. I was like, well, I guess not.
Damn it.
Damn it.
I never remember what day.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow we are doing cooking and cocktails. We are going to cook this stuff. I am not eating the
She's showing up.
Yeah, I will be eating the kraut, the sauerkraut.
And there's a pink egg of some sort in there that I won't eat, but you
pink
eat.
egg?
I think it's like a pickled egg or something. I don't know, but we're going to check it out.
Pickled egg. Of course, Kelly makes me eat the pickled egg.
That's all you can eat.
Okay.
So, okay. Well, join us tomorrow for that.
Yes.
And we'll see you next Monday.
Thanks for tuning in. Keep changing our world. Follow us on Facebook.
And
Like
Instagram.
us on Instagram.
Share our show.
Share our show.
We're not ashamed
Do your
to
thing.
ask for a plug.
We'll write back. Follow us on Facebook. It's funny.
It is funny.
It is funny.
Okay.
You know? All
Yeah.
right.
I'll see you tomorrow, Jamie.
Here we go. See you tomorrow. I will be there.
Don't hold your breath.
I will
everybody.
be eating a pink egg.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Okay.
Walter. Appreciate
Bye, guys.
Bye. Pink egg.
Yeah, you're gonna eat.
Great.
I'm not eating that.
Great. What if it turns me pink?
If there is, look, they are. They're in here. Look at these eggs.
Oh, great. That.